Hello Facebook. Okay, I'm coming on twice today, unusual, because of I'm a friend of mine in her group. She mentioned she was checking up on everyone in the group. She said it's not an event, but she invited everyone. She said her name is Pamela Obasa, so if you're part of that group you would know what that's about. And all she said was, if you are this is not an event, but if you are hi my sister, thank you for joining me. If you are okay, just type in I'm okay. If you are not and you want to be privately spoken to, just put in a kind of hashtag or whatever, not a kind of emoji, whatever emoji. And by the time I got there, because I saw her put it on, by the time I got there, she had somebody had already responded, and that person had put an emoji with like, oh, emoji, like I need help emoji. Okay, so people don't agree with me when I talk about mental ill health, because they don't think it's that easy. Like you are mentally unwell and you just say it's how you think. Okay, I was suicidal twice because I was deeply unhappy in the late 90s and early 2000, I think. I was married for 16.5 years, and the only reason I was deeply unhappy was my marriage was not cool. My husband wasn't spending time with me. We were fighting a lot. Ministry seemed to take over, or he allowed it to take over. He didn't seem to understand me. There were other matters, that I'm not going to mention here because he's a good man. But I was left with my thoughts. Not only was I suicidal twice, I almost killed him. I took a physical kitchen knife in the kitchen and I said, I will stab you in the heart today. I will go to Holloway Women's Prison when Holloway was still open, and they would take our 2 children into care. But you will be dead. Now, does that sound like a normal person? Does that sound normal? No, seriously, think about it. Was I mentally stable? With 2 children, crying myself to sleep, getting upset, screaming, shouting, wanting what I want if I don't get what I want. Mind you, I was married to my pastor. So this is Mrs. Pastor, as they would put it. This is Mrs. Pastor who could not hold it together. And there are many Mrs. Pastors today who cannot hold it together. But all the pastors and their wives, they're keeping quiet. Not too long ago, was it late last year, a pastor's wife died. Please share this video. A pastor's wife died in the church I attend by jumping onto rail tracks or something like that. And nobody saw it coming, nobody, and all that. Listen. Why didn't I? The first time I wanted to climb to the top of the building where I lived to jump, but they had wisely locked the padlock. I couldn't get through. The next time I wanted to jump from the balcony. I wanted to jump and die. Why? I've been there, so I know what I'm talking about. Why would anyone want to kill someone, commit murder? And why would anyone want to kill themselves? And how do you get out of it? Because I'm hearing about all this. I think it takes some serious boldness to hang yourself. To actually see it. To see it. Picture it. Because you've got to picture these things. Things just don't happen. You see yourself. I saw it. I saw myself putting the knife in his heart. It's a thought. We are such powerful beings. You cannot ignore it. You cannot just let anything happen. You've got to take control. And if you need to go and talk to someone to take control, then talk to someone. If you can't talk and you're just blubber all the way through, if you need someone to sleep with you, call. Because the human being that has brought herself, like I did, to the brink of suicide, to the brink of wanting to kill a person, you're still in control. It takes a level of control to jump, a level of control to use a knife. You're not totally gone. It takes control. It takes a level of sanity. And I was still sane. So I am so sorry. I cannot agree with anybody that, oh, well, they can't handle it. No, they choose not to handle it because I had to make a choice. I had to make a choice. I had to make a painful choice. It was the painful choice of, am I going to not kill myself and just stay in this marriage, or am I going to kill myself so that I don't feel the pain anymore? The reason people kill themselves and go to the brink of suicide or want to kill somebody is because they are in pain. Thank God Jesus carried our pains, our sicknesses, our sorrows. Thank God. And I knew that while I still wanted to kill myself. Being known Jesus since the age of 14, I will be 54 this year. And when I did that, I was in my early 40s, I think, or late 40s. No, sorry, early 40s. 40, 41, something like that. And even earlier than that, in my 30s. We had people we talked to, but it was my choice to listen to them, go to them, listen to them, and do what they say. I am sorry. It's not cut and dried because we are consistently and constantly looking for excuses for our own foolhardy ways. Pain, if you caught pain, if you give pain free rein, pain, I've been there, I know. Where you are crying and you just want it's like your heart should come out of your chest. But I was still in control. I knew what I was doing. I wasn't unaware. I was completely aware. I wasn't gone. I was completely aware of what I was doing. And then when those stages passed and I was separated and I didn't have money, and I was losing hair from the middle of my head, and I would stay in bed. It was my state of mind. Now, the state in which your mind is determined by the thoughts that you have. It was my state of mind. My state of mind. How did my mind get into that state? Because of the way I was thinking, because of the thoughts I had. Please, I can't agree with anyone that a chemical imbalance caused me to just flip and kill myself. No. The chemical, listen, adrenaline is a chemical in your brain. And it is secreted when you have certain thoughts. Because a lion or a dog, a ferocious dog is running towards you. You have a thought of, woo, it's going to get me and it's going to bite me and I'm in danger. That thought causes a secretion of adrenaline, which is a chemical. That chemical cannot secrete itself. It needs your cooperation, your thinking. The way God made the body is so powerful. Your body does not control, just do what it likes. Your thoughts determine what your body does. There are people who get cancer on account of the way they think. They have been in pain or they are disappointed and they keep thinking on it. Come on, people. People will continue to commit suicide and will continue to give excuses for their behavior. And they call it talking therapy. I call it how to think therapy. Some people need to be slapped to sense to theirs. Some people just need to be given a big slap. Wake up. Snap out of that nonsense. Don't you love you? If he doesn't love you, if your parents left you, all kinds of things happen. You. Don't you love you? Don't you think you are worth more than just living for 28 years, living for 61 years, living for... It takes a lot of energy to kill yourself. You are not normal when you are thinking that way. So how did I conquer it? I made a decision. I'm not dying. Simple. The first time when I took the knife, a friend stood between me and him. And he said, no, kill me. I said, no, I like you. He's the one behind you. I want to kill. I said that. That's abnormal. But I'm standing today. Somebody came. The first time I wanted to commit suicide, the ladder was locked. Okay. The second time I was going to jump, there was nobody there. But I heard the voice of God. People say I hear voices saying, let me do this, do this. You can't hear what you're not thinking about. You cannot hear what, please, hashtag it, tweet it. You cannot hear what you're not thinking about. You cannot hear what you have not consistently thought about. You cannot hear it because a voice doesn't just descend. You've got to cooperate with it. And for those of you who are Christians who say, oh, they are demons, I agree. But a demon does not have authority over me except I give it that authority. And let me tell you, even if you don't know Jesus, the demon is not more powerful than you. Except the demon is not more powerful, because I've been taught that demons are strong and all that. So I need to say this properly. A demon is not more powerful than you because you are created in God's image and likeness. All you do not have is the information that will enable you know the power that you have over him. So we know the story of the fish, that there was glass between this fish, catfish, and this minions. Lemmings. I think they're lemmings. And they put a glass, and every time the fish swam into the glass, it couldn't reach, and his nose kept hitting the glass, So it did that for, I don't know, weeks, I don't know how long. After a while, they removed the glass because he could see the minion. These lemmings were swimming around it. This tiny fish was swimming around it. It will not eat one of them because in its thinking, I still cannot reach. Or I cannot touch this fish. Although they're swimming around me, there's still a barrier. And that's how many of us think. We think there's still a barrier because of one thing that happened many years ago, and we have imprisoned ourselves with our thoughts. He raped me. He used to beat me every day. And please, listen. How many testimonials have you heard of people who had a bad life and they're amazing today? How many? And how many testimonials have you heard of people who had a bad life? They were rescued, but they insisted on living the bad life. They insisted, oh, I'm going to live this bad life. I'm going to live this weak life. I'm going to be down. They insisted on it. Because it's a choice. The fact that somebody takes you in, takes care of you, looks after you, does not mean they made a choice for you to enjoy it, to accept it. Even when I heard God's voice, you listen to what he said. And some of you know this story. You see, this is why I teach people how to think. Because I've been there. I've been to the edge. I've almost been 6 feet under. Do you know the next thing to being 6 feet under is to be sick? Because what kept happening to me was I was consistently unwell. I had already been diagnosed with a heart condition. I was later diagnosed with asthma. I had a mini stroke. My left side went, I couldn't talk. Come on, people. I've been there. That's why I teach people how to think. That's why I am not feeling sorry for you when you are smarmy and you don't understand. Somebody came into my inbox, said that the guy, she's not yet married to him, I think she's engaged to him or whatever it is, does not treat her well. Second guesses her, thinks that always thinking that she's seen somebody anytime she goes out, does not trust her, does not let her go, constantly blaming her, comparing her with his previous girlfriend. I said, so what are you doing? Because that atmosphere is not conducive for anybody. Why are you there? She said, oh, I really want to leave. I said, so what are you talking to me for? She said, I don't know if it's love or stupidity. I said, it's stupidity. I answered her. I was quick. Papa, we are typing. I said, it's stupidity. Because no one can make a decision for you. None. There was a lady that came to my inbox Christmas Day. New Year's Eve. She came into my inbox, didn't know her, never talked to her. All she wrote was, I just want to kill myself. I mean, we are not in the same country. I'm not in the country where you are, but I just want to kill myself. I've had enough. I'm not taking this anymore. I got on there. I said, what? Talk to me. Talk to me. Don't do it. Oh, I'm just going to take my son and I'm going to kill. I said, what? I said, no. Then she stopped. She didn't talk to me again. I was typing. I didn't know who knew. I was checking all over Facebook. Who is this? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Through the night, she didn't come back to me. The next day, she didn't come back to me. I think it was the third day. She came in and said, oh, I'm so sorry. My phone died. But I was just so upset. I was down. It's New Year's Day. I'm a single mom. I don't have a husband. And so we got talking. I said, so what happened to your husband? She said, well, they met when they were young. And then they got together. I said, so what happened? She said, well, he started beating her. And I said, well, was he like that before? She said, oh, yeah. I said, you married him. I did the same thing. He didn't beat me, but there was something else he did. And I married him like that. So don't complain. Nobody forced me to marry him. Nobody said you must marry him. It does not matter. But in her case, she said her parents were advising her, don't worry, he will change, he will be better. And now it got to a point where he hit her. She said she almost lost an eye. She was in hospital. Till one day she hit him back, took a chair, rammed it at him. She decided, you can't treat me like this. And the police got involved. And she decided, that's it, I'm leaving. I said, oh, just before you lost an eye, after I had beaten you. Those things are not good for your psyche. Why do you want to stay there? Why? Another human being. And this is what the voice I heard. I knew it was God's voice. The second time I wanted to commit suicide. And I heard God say, he must be very strong. And I looked to my right. I see somebody was there. I said, who is strong? I was so angry. And you know, people that want to commit suicide, they're not just depressed. They're not just, what's the other word people use? They are angry. They're unhappy. I said, who is there? Who was nobody strong but you. That's what I said. He said, no. This can't be my strength. Because look at you. I said, look at me doing what? Oh, you're about to jump. I said, yes, I'm about to jump. And I'm going to jump. Because I want to jump. And he said, oh, well, then he must be very strong. I said, who is very strong? He said, well, you are here for a reason, aren't you? There's a reason you are here. It must be that person. I thought, oh, I knew he was referring to my ex-husband. So I thought, well, no, he's not that strong. He said, well, you are here. It takes a strong man for a strong man, so strong that he's overpowered you. And you've decided this is what you're going to do. Listen, if you have, please share this video. If you have issues, say so. Get help. When you go for the help, if you don't like the help, abuse them, spit at them, slap them, go to the next person for help. But don't just sit down there and do not. And you know, after that conversation with God, I left. I was so angry because God was right. And I thought to myself, wait. That's true. He's a human being like me. Where did he get this kind of power from? He didn't get no power. I gave mine away. I chose a lack of control. I remember that we had a friend many years ago. I don't know where she is today. And I don't know, when I met her, I didn't know who she was married to then. And the next thing we knew, she would start to behave funny, and they had to take her into the funny house. So I went to see her in the hospital that day, you know, in her room. And she greeted me and all that. You know, I was talking with her, how you doing? You know, they would put you on all these drugs to suppress the chemicals that are raging, saying to you, do this, do that, do that. They're not saying, but that's those chemicals based on your thoughts. Oh, come on, people. Come on. Come on. The chemicals have their own side effects. Come on. Did God make us for those things? Come on. Even great doctors. Baba Jide Alalade, he is a doctor. He's right here. Hi, my brother. He's a doctor. Please comment. Those drugs are not good for us. They'll ask you, are you okay? I remember the day they diagnosed me with asthma. I knew I wasn't well, but I didn't know what was happening. And they asked me, is this, that, is there any in the family, blah, blah, blah. I said, no. Then they asked me a pertinent question. Is everything okay at home? That was when the penny dropped. Oh, no. Everything is not okay at home. That was when the penny dropped. I was not happy. Do you know that you can get asthma from that? I had a client who died while I was still coaching her. And it still hurts me today because of pain. 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 I saw her the day before she died. Pain. Pain, eh? You don't want to cut pain. You don't want to give pain a back rub. You don't want to encourage pain to stay. You want to look for joy. Hi, y'all. You want to look for joy. You want to find peace, whatever it takes. Okay? I will point you to God, but I won't just point you to God. I'll point you to people who know God well, not just anywhere, not anybody. Because even in the church, people are killing themselves. And you know, suicide is not when you've jumped or suicide is when you have thoughts. So that's suicide. You have committed suicide when you begin, your thinking becomes stinking. When you throw away control. We need to stop telling lies to ourselves. And you see, when you're in the doldrums, when you are unhappy, when you are down and out and a mess, you don't want to take responsibility. You are looking at the person telling you to take responsibility and you say, do you know what I've been through? Do you know what he did to me? Do you know how much I've suffered? Do you know how I walked from Kent to Camberwell? Do you know how the rain beats me? Do you know how I have not eaten for the past 10 days? Oh, do you not know how resilient you are? Do you not know how powerful you are? Come on. Do you not know how energetic you are? Do you all you've been doing so far is cutting your weaknesses. You know, they say what's it about weaknesses and strengths? Know your weaknesses and grow your strengths or something like that. I don't agree. I don't agree. I'm not growing and doing anything with weaknesses. When you enter into a room, it's dark. Do you talk to the darkness and start to get out, go away? No, you switch on the lights. So for those of you who are Christians, the Bible calls us the light of the world. Light. Light gives you illumination on that, because when you can see, because there is light, you can understand, you can redraw, you can reset, you can restep, you can redo, you can rejuvenate, you can renew. But when you can't see, because there is no light, you are just walking about in darkness, you don't know what to do, where to go. So Christians, let's wake up and truly be the light. And if you're a Christian, you need help like I did. Get it, man. Get it. Stop sitting around and excusing your foul behavior. You're weak. You were not created nor born weak. Not one person. Not one person. I don't care what you've been through. Not one person was born or created weak. Not one. No matter what you've been through. And please, don't stay there and go through. Bail out as quickly as possible. Protect this place. Take responsibility for your own mental health. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Take responsibility for your own mental health. Take responsibility. You might not know when to go. You might not know how to go. You might be afraid to leave your marriage. You might be afraid to leave that guy. You might be afraid to start that business. You might be afraid. Fear, pain. Don't do it. Go to somebody. Hey. You are able to make it. How did you do it? How did you do it? Show me how you did it. I've got to do it. You are not asking normally. You are a crazy woman by then. How did you do it? How did you do it? Show me what to do. Show me step by step. You want to work with a coach, and they are charging $10,000 or whatever it is. Hey. Guess what? Money will come, money will go. But what will be imparted to you and the lives you will now be able to touch, invaluable, priceless. What's $10,000? Look, $10,000 between me and you will finish it today. Now, in 5 minutes, we have things to do with money, all of us. $10,000 is not money. Okay, billion, let's talk. Million has ceased to be money anymore. Because before you know it, you've invested here, you've helped that village, you've built that town, you've helped that city, you've put money into that orphanage, you've helped build that hospital. Do you know how much money that takes? And then you're saying, pay what you have to pay for your own sanity. Take control. Take responsibility. Your husband, your wife, your parents, the government, they are not responsible for the way you think. How you think is your business, your choice. Because the only thing you have complete and utter control over is your thoughts. Even God does not control how you think. Yes, he doesn't. Otherwise, you'll be a zombie. You'll be a puppet. He's holding you by a string. Think this way. No, don't go there. Come here. Or is it not based on our thoughts we decide where to go? Based on our thoughts we decide what to say? Based on our thoughts come on, people. And I think more people are dying because they are fighting. That, oh, no. That's not what's wrong with me. I've been depressed. I didn't even know I was. And I was in church. And I was a leader. Yeah, will know well, he probably didn't know what that was happening to him. But he was leading. We were leaders alongside each other. It is hard being, I'm okay, when you are not. It's so hard. Because you are going forward and going backwards. That's struggling, it's confusion, things are all messed up. No. It's easier. When you are in agreement and you are in symphony, the song is playing and it is... Every note is coming out at the right place. There is gorgeous movement. But when, he's coming. I can't do this. I will stop. No, let me stop. Whoa. Back off. If you want to talk, come into my inbox. Let's talk. If you need help, get help. Because if you've been thinking a particular way for years, it's not automatic. The renewing of the mind is not boom. It's a process. Like metamorphosis is a process. Renewing of the mind must happen before transformation can happen. And transformation is that metamorphosis. And that's step by step by step by step. And the only way I know how to think right is to have the right information. And the only right information I know that trumps every other right information is the word of God. I tell you, that word sorts me out. Sorts me out. No. Listen. You can read the Bible from now to next week. If you don't believe it, if you don't think on it, it won't happen for you. Because it's as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Not as a man reads the Bible. Not as a man prays. You Christians, get it right. Now when you've read the Bible, you need to think on it. That's what the Bible calls meditation. Meditation. Now you need to do meditation like God did it. The Bible tells us in Genesis chapter 1 verse 1, and God created the heavens and the earth. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form. It was void. Darkness covered the face of the deep. And the Spirit of the Lord hovered over the face of the deep. He brooded. What was he hovering over darkness for? If you check up the meaning of hovered, brood, is to meditate. Meditate means deep thinking. It's not this surface thing. Get up, go to work, go to the party, plan the holiday, come back, travel, come back, drive down the road. Oh, I'm in traffic. No. Life is not that. It's not like that. We don't take time to listen to our own thoughts silently. We don't take time. Life is not speed. The slower you are, the better. Be quick to hear, slow to speak. You don't have much to say because you've got to meditate on what you are hearing. Faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of God. That means any faith comes by hearing. What are you hearing? What information are you receiving? TV information? Your friends that are wood, they are not iron because iron sharpens iron. What are they saying? Is it what people died of cancer? Somebody died and is injecting fear. Faith in cancer is coming for you. Faith, well, come on, people. Life ain't that hard. In fact, life is not hard. We make it difficult. We have made it so I made earning money so difficult for myself. I remember my coach saying to me about a month ago, she said, Kemi, life is not this hard. Earning money is easy. It's easy. Money is earned by those who are ready for it. It doesn't just come. No, because then God will be violating the laws of the earth. So meditate like God did. He brooded. And the next thing he did after that was he opened his mouth and he spoke. Let there be light, or light be. What are you calling to be? He called what he wanted. He didn't call what he had on ground. There was darkness on ground, void, chaos. He didn't say, oh, hey, you see all this darkness. He has to go. No. He called light. What are you calling? But he had meditated. He had seen what the sun will look like, what the lesser day will look like, and what the full day will look like. He had seen what the moon will look like and what the sun will look like. He had seen sizes. God went into detail. So there's something I call detailed thinking in detail. It's critical. You will see things. And once you see, that's you thinking in your heart. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth then speaks what it has seen. Your mind's eye are your thoughts. So out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. The Bible tells us in Matthew chapter 12 that a good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. What is your ground? What trees are growing on the ground of your mind? What? Just in the last month or two, I realized that I have not thought well of myself at all. And that's where it starts. It's not people thinking well of you. It's how do you think about yourself? Danielle Gibson Grant, she's on my personal profile. Look, she's a love and relationship coach. She did that, I think, on Wednesday. How do you think about yourself? I just saw myself. Oh, you're not good enough. You're not big enough. You're not small enough. You can't talk well. That's what I think about myself. I'm not saying I'm thinking. And your thoughts are so powerful. They are seeds. Every seed grows. The ground delivers to you the fruit of the seed, the tree of the seed that you've put in it. So if your life is one kind, what you need to check out what thought seeds you've put in the ground. Because when you put corn seeds in the ground, it's not going to give you a bean plant. It has to give you corn plant. And you want to be really watchful of what you think, how you think. Because every seed has more seeds in them. One corn seed will produce 8 cobs of corn on one corn tree, one corn stalk. Do you know how many seeds of corn are on one cob? So that means your thoughts will create more thoughts like them. Come on. Whoa! That is powerful, what I just said. So I beg you, get help, get God, speak to yourself and say, stop it. Kemi, don't be stupid. Because when you die, guess what? They will carry on living. Quick, 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 quick. They'll bury you. They will cry 1 week, 2 weeks. They will clear out your bedroom, your wardrobe. Life carries on. You think they're going to cry till they die for you? You think somebody else will not? Hi, Ronke. You think somebody else will not take your place? The man will marry again, whether you are dead or not, by the way. The children will move on and marry. They will have children. They will play with their friends. They will cry a bit, but they will carry on. You have a destiny to fulfill. It is unfair and selfish of you to take your life when there are people you should have served. And they are waiting on you. They will never meet me. They will never meet Ronke. They will never meet Mary. They will never meet Joel Ayobami. They will never meet us. But they will meet you. They were waiting for you. They are on your path of destiny. They are on the path that God has called you. And you want to be crying. You want to be dying. You want to say, oh, okay. I remember at a point, people will tell me, everybody is not strong like you, Kemi. Duh. Nobody's strong like me, and nobody's strong like you, and nobody's strong like him, and nobody's strong. Everybody is unique, so that is no excuse. It's a matter of choice. Choice is a function of thought. Let's take this seriously. Let's take this seriously. I have sat up now. I've just been messing about since. This that God has put in my hand to do, this year, if I don't reach 10,000 people, well, no, not if I, that's the plan. This last half of the year, this month, going to December, minimum 10,000, either through speaking, sending my stuff out, whatever, so we can help people. This is what our kids are seeing. This is what is being modeled. You're not happy, kill yourself. You get into depression shortly after you kill yourself. You're not happy, get on drugs. You're not happy, take some liquor. You're not happy, go for a walk. You're not happy, just go for a walk in the stream. You're not happy, take a dive. What are we doing? What are we doing? And then don't worry, just see the doctor for antidepressants, which will now create some nonsense in your body, that your body can hack. Your body can handle it. 20 years my hair did not grow. Suddenly it started growing. December 2015. So there is hair here. Under this week, there is hair. I started locking it. It's about this long. I am more beautiful today than I was when I was going through issues. That's another thing. There is ugly therapy, not beauty therapy. Ugly therapy. When you are in pain, in depression, when you choose not to take responsibility for your own thinking, for your own life. It's called ugly therapy. But there's beauty therapy when you take control. Beauty therapy, you know, the beauty therapy doesn't happen when you now take control. Once you've just decided, that's it, beauty therapy begins. Because your visage, that's your face, your muscles chill, you relax. Because you've now decided, you know, I'm more than this. I was created for more. God didn't make a mistake when he made me. How I'm responding to this situation around me is what is determining my results. I need to get off this bandwagon. I'll come, we will pet everybody, tell them it's okay, I know how you feel. And, help me. And, what next? We go and pet the next one, we pet the next one, we pet the next, we don't tell truths. Ugh. I've started a new group. It's called How to Think Right. How to Think Right. Yeah. Ask to join it. Because when you know how to think right, just type in how to think right, you find it. Once you know how to think, it's the only group that's called how to think right. Once you know how to think right, you know how to think right about so many areas of your life. And we have 7 categories we'll be looking at every day. It's going to be a chilled group. I just started it about 2 hours, 3 hours ago. And it would be great to have you on there. How to think right, because some of us have been thinking. Trust me, I have to work on this every day. Every day. So just because I teach it does not mean I'm little. And that's another problem. Somebody is your pastor, you think he's perfect. So when he messes up, you all pass out, you all leave the congregation, you change churches. He has the... What's all this? Anyway, I conquered, and so can you. Without medication. Listen, I am no longer on puffy things for asthma. I spoke the word and I lived it. Be and live. I became it and I lived it. Ha! It's not about stopping your medication when you are coughing and you're about to die. You've got to live it first. You got to ask for help because mentally you've got to change. It says in Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7, it says, get wisdom, and with all you're getting, get understanding. I looked up the Amplified. Come on, people, study. Study the Bible. The way you study for all your degrees, study the Bible. The way you study and watch all these films, study the Bible. Spend hours on it. Not on your business. Spend hours. I found out that to understand has 6 words. When you understand something, that means to get understanding means to have spiritual discernment, mature comprehension, logical interpretation, in that order. To have wisdom is to be wise in mind. That's what the concordance says. In mind, that's the way you think. In word, what you say. And in act, how you behave. In that order. So there is a way to think wisely. Anyway, I hope this serves you. Please share the video. People need to, if you know anyone that's said, I want to die, show it to them. Tell them to wake up. There was one, I said, oh, you want to kill yourself? See you, bye. She was like, because they're waiting for you to beg them. Okay, when you are dead, we'll know, won't we? Okay, fine. She woke up. She woke up. Okay. The lady I was telling you about that, I went to visit her in the room, in the funny house. And suddenly she started to undress. She became naked, totally naked. I said, what are you doing? She said, oh, I'm just undressing. I said, for what? I just want to undress. I said, so that's normal. Is that okay? Is this what you normally? She looked at me like, look, I wanted to do the same thing. I recall there was a time I was in my teen years. I suffered from schizophrenia. I recall clearly waking up and looking at my parents, looking at my siblings, and not believing that they were there, that they were real. I've been there, done that, please. I got the agbada, not just the t-shirt. I even got the skirt. I got the 3-piece suit. So when I teach you how to think, I know what I'm talking about. I was saved for such a time as this. And do you think I don't have opportunities to kill myself? To give up? To run amok? To just sit still and say, I'm not eating, I'm not doing it? Do you think I don't have those opportunities every day? I choose. I had it this morning. I chose. I had the opportunity and the option of just, I've had enough of this. I said, no, there is a way. You see, the person that gets gold is the person that keeps digging. Not the person that stops and says, I've been digging for 2 days. It's the person that keeps digging. Then when their shovel hits gold, they are the ones who get wealthy. When you stop digging, you give up. You say, well, that's it. We've tried. How long are we going to be here for? What are we going to be doing? Then you are gone. Hi, Pastor Jennifer. So please, let's wake up. Join my group, How to Think Right. Let's learn how to think right. Let me put the whole link in here because I didn't realize I had it up. I didn't want to type the wrong thing. Come on, let's wake up. We are bigger and better than this. We are not all this stuff that's happening around us. And I'm going to keep saying it. And I don't mind if you fight me. But I was delivered without one medication for depression, for whatever. Not one. Not one. Nobody touched me. It didn't even occur to me to go. I reckoned that nobody could help me. That was the way I felt. I reckoned nobody could help me. How to think, R-I-G-H-T. How to think, R-I-G-H-T. Yeah. I reckon no one could help me, so I didn't go anywhere. What for the life of me, what are they going to say that you will not say to yourself? Hey, Anne, did you get my message? What are you going to say? It got to a point where I would go for help, and people would be saying everything I knew, and that irritated me. Oh, hi, Gideon. It irritated me. Thank you. Hi, Jeff. It irritated me that people were telling me what I knew. So I was asking myself, are you okay? Because you know these things. We need to be reminded, but I was waiting for something special. Somebody needs to say something amazing. Somebody needs to say something that I don't know. No, they're not going to say what you don't know. Because you're an intelligent being. Intelligence is intelligence. It's whether what you feed it with is what matters. So let's wake up. And stop all this nonsense. Anyway, God bless you. Please share the video. And I will send you a message once I'm done. Stay strong and thank you for joining me, everyone. Bye. Hi, Claire. I'm just ending it. Please listen to the replay. Bye-bye. Any questions? You want to talk to me inbox? Please come. Happy to. Bye-bye.